Dun, 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 dun. Making my own sound effects. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Go Getaways Travel Podcast. My name is Josh, and every week I'm joined by my co-host and friend Matt. How are you, man?
What's going on, Josh? I haven't seen you in forever. How you been?
It's been so many days.
I made it home. That's
always a positive.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, but I made it back home.
That's always a positive. I also made it home. I didn't have to go far, but I made it. So, welcome back, everybody. Tonight I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to start this. I don't know why. It's not like we've been doing this for several weeks now. I mean, we're practically experts at this point. Welcome back. If you don't know who Go Getaways is, we are a full-service travel planning agency, helping you plan your next destination vacation, whether it's here to Walt Disney World or maybe you want to go to Disneyland, or as things are slowly beginning to open back up, you want to take a cruise or go to an all-inclusive, head on over to the UK, somewhere across the pond, maybe to Japan in 2 years. I mean, who knows? We've got somebody who can help you start the planning process, take a lot of that workload away from you so that you can just kind of sit back and relax and have a great time. So whether you have big kids, small kids, or no kids at all, we've got an agent who can help you start planning your next destination vacation. You can head on over to www.goldgalgetaways.com. I got to say, Matt, for kind of winging that, I feel like I did decently well.
Josh, this is episode 24.
I had to pop, I had to pop that up because
Mary Ann is a rock star in my eyes. So I'll give the story real quick. So I was down in Disney with all the gang on. I flew out Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. My flight got delayed crazy on Sunday night. I was supposed to land in Orlando about 7 p.m. 11 p.m. I didn't end up leaving Boston until 11 p.m. And Mary Ann, being the rock star she is, still picked me up at MCO, got me to Pop Century. I'm going to say probably about 3:30. So thanks to Mary Ann and Jake for being my personal Uber that early in the morning, and being able to turn around and do the Magic Kingdom the next few hours later.
I got to be honest. I'm a little surprised. I really thought that you were not going to show up first thing in the morning. So I'm proud of you, man. That's a great job. I mean,
play like a champion, Josh.
It's like less than maybe an hour and a half of like actual sleep.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but I know I had a lot of friends down there that I wanted to see, and I wanted to take advantage of every opportunity I could to be in the parks for the 2 days we were there to try to get in all 4 parks. Yeah.
Which was great. So we just had a fam trip this past week, Monday and Tuesday, with some of our agents from the agency, of course. And I think it went pretty well. Everybody seemed to have a pretty good time. Got to do a lot of different things. Some of our agents are still down here, kind of hung out, stayed a little extra longer, just so they could make it into Food and Wine Festival. So if I seem a little bit off tonight, it's because I got about 2 hours of sleep last night into this morning. So
I am a champion, Josh. Let's go.
I'm trying to pull, focus like my inner Matt and make it through the day. So
cherry Coke got me through the day.
Yeah, I could have that. That would be good. So of course we always say that we can never do this podcast by ourselves. We have done it a few times, and it's not usually totally like terrible. I think we usually do a decent job, but this week we have got on another agent. We've got Zach. How you doing, man?
Howdy, everybody. Pretty good. How about you guys?
Good.
It's Friday.
Yes. It's a long week. Ready for the weekend. Be all
Yes.
good.
Zach, you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So, like Josh said, I'm Zach. I'm one of the travel planners with Go Getaways. Specialize in Disney, getting into Universal and cruises. So I'd like to help you guys out and plan trips.
Awesome. Have you what's your, like, you're just talking about Universal. We were just chatting a little bit beforehand. So what's been your favorite thing to do over at Universal so far?
So far, we had some family help. Just FYI, we actually moved here from Denver, and so we had some family members come in, and so my 6-year-old niece got to go in. So she dressed decked out in all Harry Potter gear, and so got to see her go out, and she got the wand and went through all the interactive venues in Diagon Alley, and so that was probably a highlight. And then of course all the roller coasters, nice. Like Velocicoaster.
I wish I could do the same thing, and I mean I definitely could. I could totally get dressed up, full out Harry Potter stuff, but I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah,
I could, but I don't know. Well, welcome to the podcast, and thanks for being here tonight. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Chef Adam. You can learn to cook online with Adam, and we've got a little preview right here. And Chef Adam is a celebrity chef featured on the Food Network's Chopped and Restaurant Express with Robert Irvine. You can learn how to cook some different stuff. We've been doing theme park copycat series. We haven't really been doing it, but we did do 2 kind of different series with that, which was a lot of fun. Specifically the cheeseburger egg rolls. They are fantastic. And if you don't want to pay for them in the parks, you could learn to make them at home. So I always like to throw that out there. And it's a really wonderful class. You can send Adam an email if you're interested. We're hoping to do some pop-ups or even get the classes restarted here around maybe August or September. And it's a great time. So if there's something, if you've got a fan kind of like favorite item from in the parks, whether that's food or drink item, send it over to Adam, send it to us, let us know. We can maybe get that together and put a little cooking class together and have some fun. It is, you learn so many new things. And, I always feel like it's going to be a really bad time. Not that like the class itself is a bad time, but just because I like to make a lot of mistakes like this one.
Never going to live that down.
Where I dropped my Ronto wrap onto the computer. I'm sure that you probably won't do that, but regardless, it was a lot of fun. And so if you're interested, send them an email and be on the lookout for some classes coming soon. Matt, you want to take it away?
Yep. The cruise at the end of the year that everybody's excited about. We talked a lot about it over the last couple of days. Barbados with the boys and Taylor, December 12th, 2021.
You forgot Marianne. It's Marianne now, too.
No, we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to talk about, December 12th, 2021, 7 nights, Southern Caribbean Island Hop. We're going to be leaving out of Barbados with stops in Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent's. Josh, and I just double-checked because remember Taylor brought this up over the last couple of days. Dominica.
Yes. Yes.
And St. Lucia. We want everybody to come along. We got a great group of people right now. We got all kinds of excursions kind of trying to finalize and work on. We're going to do some rapids and some waterfall stuff, some zip lines, maybe possibly a spice tour, possibly a rum tour. And then, Josh, the one thing that got talked about a lot in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, it did.
Possibly swimming with turtles. I'm still confused by this. This is something that Marianne wants to do. And if Marianne wants to do it, I'm 100% jumping in with both feet. Probably not near the turtles, though.
She did. I don't know. Did she send you the link too?
Yeah, I got the link.
I think it'll be fun. It's who there it is. Yep, there she is. And swim with the turtles, of course. It's a great time. This is we haven't figured out exactly if this excursion is going to be something we're going to do through Royal Caribbean or if this is something we're going to do on our own before the cruise, but one of very many things that we will be doing on this trip. It's going to be so much fun, and I can't wait. Like rum and zip lining
over a volcano. I think we established it was zip lining over a volcano.
Something like that.
That'd be awesome.
But it's going to be a blast. If you're interested, prices are still really good right now.
Yes.
You can do I think it's about $1,000 for 2 people for an inside stateroom.
Yeah.
And listen, if you're like somebody who's like, I got to have an ocean view or a balcony, like this is not a ship where we are going to be really spending a lot of time doing anything really on the ship. I mean, we will we'll definitely meet up. We'll have some drinks here and there, but I mean, really for the most part, we're going to be spending a lot of time on the island. So, right. Maybe let this one slide and, take that extra money that you'd be spending on an ocean view or a veranda and put it onto some excursions. So, but if you're interested, I do have the email, events@gogalgetaways.com, right?
Yep. Subject, Barbados with the boys. And we're still mapping out some t-shirt designs once I get it approved by the third party. Once she gives me the okay, we'll work on that. But yeah, we want everybody to join us. We can kind of say, Josh, this is our hashtag revenge vacation.
Absolutely. 100%. That is exactly what this is. So
I mean, Laurie used that hashtag in the episode probably about a month and a half ago. That's what I'm living by with everything that I got coming up vacation wise. Everything's my hashtag revenge vacation. I'm going to go big. I'm going to enjoy it because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you again.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Zach, you want to go?
Come on, Zach.
Sign me up.
Barbados. Hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Yeah. We got some room blocks for February school vacation and April school vacation. That would be February 19th, 2022, 7 nights on Royal Caribbean Symphonies of the Seas, leaving out of Miami, with stops in Perfect Day, Coco Cay, Antigua, and St. Thomas. We also have that same itinerary out of Miami, April 16th. If anybody's interested, events at gogalgetaways.com, subject February vacation, April vacation. And the room block deal is we were able to lock in some prices on certain styles of rooms that are only Go Gal Getaways agents can book at this time. So anybody who's interested in getting some pricing and looking to go on those cruises, reach out to a Go Gal Getaways agent to get some pricing and getting a deposit down and getting ready for your school vacation.
Awesome.
I might sneak my way onto that, not sneak, but obviously I might try to slide into that February one. That might fit into my,
there you go.
Fit into my plans, being in education up in the Northeast. That's my vacation time too.
I mean, it's a great time. I mean, especially if you're in the Northeast, get a break away from all the cold weather and enjoy some nice warm weather on the ship and a few stops. I'm trying to get a video to upload so that I can share real quick of Coco Cay.
And especially for me, Josh, I think we mentioned a couple weeks ago, I'm 0 for 4 in cruises to Perfect Day right now.
That is very, very true.
I'm going to do everything in my power to get to Perfect Day. I want one of those over the water cabanas, bungalows, whatever they're calling them, and I just want to chill.
there you go.
I wonder if maybe the first cruise, as long as I'm not on the first cruise that you take that has an itinerary going there, I think it should be fine. But here we go. I got it. Ah, yes.
Look at that.
So if you haven't seen this before, this is Royal Caribbean's own little private island. It's an awesome place. So much to do. This was still before that they were finished construction. You can see there's a crane back here up in the sky, but it's a great place. So yeah, I mean, Matt, with your track record right now of 0 and 4, I don't know.
I might hold off for a little bit just so I don't mess with anybody else up.
Right, of course. Awesome.
Yeah, knock on wood on that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Plus, St. Thomas can't beat that place. That's
right.
Good.
No, yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Those are some great stops. Josh, I'm going to let you talk about this one. I think we'd be getting if it was official cruise of 2021, we would have been going back into Seattle today.
I think so. I believe that's correct. Yes.
There's a little tear to my eye.
It does, and it's a little sad. If you have been following and wondering, or I don't know, something, we had an Alaskan group cruise planned for this year, and of course, that got nixed, and we pushed it to next year. So, a few of us who are, signed up for the group cruise, we've been like, just talking about it because it is a little sad, but we are under 300.
I think it's today. 300.
Is it 365 today?
Well, we're leaving
Roughly?
on Friday the 15th.
So basically,
that's it.
Which is awesome. It's going to be here before we know it, but we are going to be sailing up into Alaska from Seattle on it's a 7-night cruise, and it's on Ovation of the Seas. And this is a ship that is made for cold water, so you can enjoy time out in the pool or in the hot tub and not have to worry about cooler temperatures, specifically in the evening or even in the mornings, because everything is designed with kind of like these glass covers almost to trap in some of that heat. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And while the ship is going to be fantastic, obviously the destination is what we are really looking forward to, going to Alaska. So dog sledding, helicopter flying, panning for gold, throwing fish, eating fish.
There's so many options that unfortunately we're probably going to leave something on the table that it's just
for sure. Yeah,
means we got to go back.
That is true, which I'm kind of worried about. But
the good thing for you, Josh, is I know we've talked about it probably about a month ago. Is Taylor was I'm not getting off the ship. I'm not doing this, but like spending time with her over the last couple days, she's all gung ho, ready to do everything. So good job with that on your.
I try
the Grand Canyon and seeing that. So now she's really wanting to adventure out and climb a glacier.
I mean, let's be honest. Even if she wasn't, I don't want to say that she would have been forced to do that, but come on. You're going to Alaska. You have to really be able to see everything that has to offer. So, and we're going to try to do that. Walking on glaciers and dog sledding, all kinds of stuff. So I'm super excited. If you are interested, you can send an email to events@gogelgetaways.com. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta play my little clip here. Here's from our last group cruise. We all had some shirts. We had some little lanyards. It was a lot of fun. And this is opening night. So this is the icebreaker.
This is where you make friends.
Yeah, of course. This is the silent disco.
And then you got this.
Right, of course, So it's a lot of fun. And I'm excited. So if you are interested in coming, there are still plenty of rooms left on the ship. You can send an email, like I said, to events@gogelgetaways.com and put in the subject line Alaska 2022, and we will know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Awesome. We have anything else to add before we move into our news?
No, I think that's all our cruise adventures. I know. We can talk about the Wish when we get to it.
All right. All right, so let's talk about some travel news. And if you guys are actually watching, there may be a point where I just stop trying to get my video feed to work because it keeps cutting out for some reason. So if you see me disappear, don't worry, I'm still here. Take it away, Matt.
Yeah. So as we talk about pretty much every week, packages are now available into the fall of 2022. As Josh mentions that, his camera goes out. Oh, no, he's back. No, he's gone again.
I'm coming. Here I am.
So make sure you reach out to your Go Getaways agent. Rooms are booking up fast all the way into the fall of 2022, especially with the 50th anniversary. People looking to get their #revenge vacation and enjoy Disney. So if you're looking to go to Disney over the next, that's into the fall, so that's probably about 15 months, 16 months right now. Get with an agent, get a deposit down, and you can start to block off your vacation. Because like we said, by the end of December 2021, all the resorts are going to be open back up.
Yep.
And they are starting to fill up quickly. I see it in a lot of agency Facebook pages, our own group chats. Rooms are booking up fast. So if you're looking to go to Disney over the next almost year and a half, Um, unfortunately, I'm going to say get a move on it. And so you don't get left out, especially with it being the 50th. I know everybody wants to go and enjoy the activities and the ambiance of what Disney is going to do. So reach out to your agent and throw down a deposit. What else we got here? Food and Wine has started.
Yes, it is.
Josh, you were there for day one. Not saying give like the full description of it, but like, how excited were you yesterday?
Oh, I was very excited. I mean, it's really it's back. Like it's back, and it's a normal festival. It's not modified by any sense. Other than the fact that there are some booths that will not open until around October 1st. So not everything is completely open, but for the most part, this is we are back to a kind of like a normal festival, and that it's starting in July. But other than those, it was fantastic. A bunch of new food items, a couple of new food booths, and so many ciders to choose from, which is my personal favorite. So it was good. And
I was watching your video. Like the cider options, were they that great? Like, I know you're a cider connoisseur. I'll give you that one, just like you are a chicken wing connoisseur. But like, out of your first round of drinks, the fig one was the only one that really sounded like it was going to be something that I would try. And obviously, I'm a cider drinker, and obviously, I have a lot of orchards up here.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm really praising them over having more variety. This year, they do have a few ciders I think they've had in the past, whether that's been at previous food and wine festivals or in some other, some other festival itself, because that does happen every so often. But there's a lot more variety this year. And even there was one in Germany that's not a cider. I can never pronounce the name. It's like the grapefruit beer, Half something.
Hofweiser.
Thanks. You take that one for me.
Yeah.
Except
My
this
wife loves
year,
that one.
yeah, this year it's not grapefruit. This year it's a different flavor, and I almost got it. But I will say this: if you are coming down right now to do the festivals, do not make Epcot your opening day park. Do Magic Kingdom maybe first, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, something like that, and save Epcot as a park hopper if you can park hop, and go later in the evening. It's going to be probably a little busier just because of the fact that locals, us locals might be there, but other than that, the temperature is going to be a little cooler, and it's going to be far more enjoyable for your experience. So. So the next time I go back, it'll probably be later in the evening, somewhere around like 8:30. But
yeah, and like we were talking before we got on air, Josh, is that when you went to the wing and I think that beer and ciders, and that, like I was saying, is like I'm a big sour beer fan. I don't know how I got into that, but that watermelon dragon fruit sour beer that they have, I think, like, besides all the options of food, I think that's where I'm not going to say I'm going to run, because obviously that doesn't really exist in my world. I will hobble and move fast in that direction multiple times to give that a try. I mean, those are two great flavors that I enjoy, and I'm a big sour beer fan.
Well, and and it seems like they've just got a lot of new stuff, even more just variety with the beers too.
Right.
And so I'm giving them, I give them a lot of props. I really did not think that we would see much variety and diversity as far as food and drinks go this year. I thought we would probably not see that again until the start of 2022. So I'm super pumped and very excited. And most of all the food that I ate was exceptionally good. So
yeah, I'm excited.
You try the Pog Juice mimosas?
Ooh.
No, we did not try.
I heard that was a thing.
Yeah,
it was good.
No,
Josh, that got brought up while we were down there Monday and Tuesday. I forget. It might be our mimosa expert, Mary Ann, who brought it up.
Okay. I don't remember.
It might have been after the tequila.
That could be.
But yeah, that got brought up a few times that's one of the big new hot items of the.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try that out.
Yeah. Speaking of the park hopping, we got that rumor out early this week, Josh, that cast members have started to go back into training for the Epcot monorail for reopening sooner than later. I heard a rumor today that there is new signage that they just put up.
Oh, nice.
The Epcot monorail stop. So I think that's going to be awesome, especially with park hopping. You know what I mean? Being able to jump on the monorail from Magic Kingdom and getting over there. People don't have to, like me, don't have to rely on Marianne to drive me over.
Yeah, that or a roundabout way. I mean, actually, I think that they've been trying to run buses directly from park to park.
Right. Yeah.
But still, I mean, taking that monorail line directly from Magic Kingdom or the TTC, more specifically, straight over to Epcot is, it's kind of part of your vacation. So right. I'm excited it's going to be back.
Oh, no.
As long as it doesn't break down.
Broke down last night.
Yeah. So
we don't mention that.
It happens.
What else do we got out of Disney news? So Disney the other day announced some of their Christmas stuff. So starting November 8th, Disney's Very Merriest Christmas After Hours Party. So they are not going to do the Very Merry. Oh, there it is.
Look at that, huh?
Look at you. Sorry, you just threw me off because you put up a picture.
I know.
So that's going to be starting November 8th. I don't remember if they have announced a ticket sale date yet.
Tickets will go on sale next month. Please continue to check this page for updates.
Alrighty, so
nothing official.
Hopefully they have no offense, a better plan of attack than they did for the Boo Bash, because that was just unpleasant.
They did have some. It was a little rough.
Yeah, we'll just use the word unpleasant. But that's why I use a travel agent. Let them do the long waits on the phone calls for you. So the Christmas After Hours party is going to consist of Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks. So fireworks will be involved with the Christmas After Hours party. Disney characters will be out, probably very similar to how they are now. Holiday music, decor, treats, and so much more. So hopefully Josh can get his cookies. And I would say apple cider, but we all know the truth is it's really just apple juice.
Don't get me started on that road.
But I hope they do the Christmas overlay of Space Mountain like they did a couple years ago. I think technically it was the last time they had the Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah, the overlay of Space Mountain and the overlay on your favorite ride, the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Tomorrowland Speedway, yeah. I mean, I really don't see why they couldn't, right?
They got the materials. It's not hard to do.
Yeah.
So,
Zach, have you guys done Christmas or anything like that down here yet?
No, we've only done fall.
Okay.
So we love that. So this year we're actually really excited to see all the Christmas decorations and
it's so cool.
Yeah.
I had my first Christmas experience 2019. And it's a different experience. I don't know if they can right now, Josh, if they can bring back Snope.
I don't see why they couldn't.
Maybe it's a COVID thing.
Yeah. But
that.
I'm looking forward to the parades. If hopefully they'll bring those back, especially Christmas.
I am really shocked that we still have not yet. Well, I'm not actually. Some of the stuff we're not going to see for a while, I think, which is still their issue that they're having right now is cast members. So they're still having a really tough time getting people to come back to work, which might sound shocking, but it is. It's very real for them right now. So that might be part of their issue right now.
Right. I mean, I'm excited about this party. I'm curious. I'm assuming it's probably going to be right around the same pricing as the Boo Bash and
Yeah.
Right in line with that.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to come up with this one is with fireworks. It might be just a little bit more money, but
Hopefully not.
We'll worry about that when we get a little bit more information. But if you're looking to go and you don't want to sit on the phone for hours on end, reach out to a Go Getaways agent, and we'll get on the phone for hours trying to get you your after hours party tickets. What else do we have here? Some news coming out of Disney Cruise Line today, Josh. Actually, it probably came out last week, and we just missed it. Test sailings going to start tomorrow, Saturday, July 17th. From my understanding, is it's only Disney cast members that are on board. No regular people like the three of us. We're very regular. The Dream is going to be leaving out of Port Canaveral at right around 4 o'clock tomorrow, followed by the Fantasy at 7 p.m.
Okay.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I don't know how long these cruises actually are. They're probably maybe doing their 3-4 day, maybe a little bit longer just to get a little practice runs in.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to reach out to my waitress that was on the Dream and kind of get a little bit of feedback on how it went, and hopefully I can have something for us for next week.
Okay.
So that's exciting. I mean, the Dream and the Fantasy, they're two bigger ships, are going through the test sale process. So
yeah,
Disney Cruise is coming back.
I wonder how many people will see that venture over to the Port Canaveral just to see the ships actually sail out of port with people on it. So,
I mean, when they're going out,
we drove by.
You can see both of them.
What was that, Zach?
Yeah, we drove by there last week when we went to Cocoa Beach, and so we saw the Fantasy just docked, and they were actually starting to load some gear and equipment onto the boat already.
That's awesome.
And then, like far out in the distance, there was another ship just docked, anchored out.
Nice.
It's getting close.
Yeah, it's a good sign, and that's what we all want to hear. Disney Wish have general bookings are open all the way into the fall now.
Yep.
And as we've talked about for probably the last month now, dates are booking up extremely fast because everybody wants to be on those first initial sailings. So anybody looking to go on the Wish next year in 2022, make sure you have a couple different options of dates that you're willing to go, that you can kind of block off in your personal schedule when you reach out to your Go Getaways agent. That we've noticed, I think August, there might be one cruise date left. It might be one of the 3-day cruises.
Yep.
I
mean, it's possible, but definitely, like Matt said, have a couple of things in mind. Again, some people may just be holding spots, and they might grab something for very Merry Christmas time when it opens up and release what they've got. So have a couple of things in mind, but just be aware that availability is very, 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 very limited. So.
Right. And the good part about it is we are on the August 22nd, and I'm extremely excited about that, even though you kind of tried to trick me over the Monday and Tuesday when you said you weren't going to cancel it. I almost wanted to cry.
Well, now that we've got some really new stuff like this, which we're assuming is going to be their replacement of
Cabanas,
right? Yeah. As their kind of buffet restaurants. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it, So I think there's a lot of there's enough new variety of things that will make it a unique experience. So
and that Avengers Restaurant is just going to be
yes.
That was cool.
I can't even put it in a word.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I want to try that. Oh.
Like do we send in an email, try to get that to be our first dinner right out the gate?
There you go.
Or do we save that to the end?
I'm trying to think, because that would be actually cool if we could, because then we're on a 4-night, right?
Right.
So we would get to do it twice. We do it at the beginning and at the end. That would be cool. Yes, we should definitely see if we can do that. 100%.
Yeah. Because I think I'm no offense, I think I'm really going to enjoy that a lot more than the Frozen Arendelle one.
What?
Hey, I love
Really?
Frozen, but I'm going to just let it go. I'm just.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Hey, it's Friday. I'm all.
All right.
Yeah. But anybody who's going to go on the Wish, reach out to a Go Getaways agent. Let's jump into some Universal stuff as we've talked about Halloween Horror Nights, or as we've talked about in the past, the Sunday night where Matt's gonna cry of.
Yay!
What is that? October 24th.
He's so shooken up about it. He could barely speak.
Josh, we'll talk about it in a little bit. We'll go there in a minute. Tickets are on sale. Jack is back. Jack's going to be out and about. He's going to just be in random houses. He's going to be in scare zones. Even though Jack is very scary to me, I'm kind of excited about it. And also just announced, we lost Josh.
Oh,
yes, it's my show now. They just announced houses, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the Bride of Frankenstein.
Hola.
Oh, we thought you were gone forever.
Sorry, I was trying to be nifty again and do a little screen share here.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, Josh, but I grew up on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hate it, just like every other horror thing out there. But like that excites me a little bit. So we're up to 4 houses now. Beetlejuice, the Haunting of Hill House. I actually tried to start watching some of those episodes on Netflix. I got probably about 8 minutes into it, and then just kind of unfortunately, it wasn't scary. I just it didn't grab my attention.
I'll let the experience kind of tell me the story when I get there. So, this stuff does not scare me. Going through these houses doesn't scare me, but I will admit that I don't need to watch the show. That might freak me out a little bit. So I'm good on that.
I mean, so the Bride of Frankenstein and Texas Chainsaw Massacre joins the Haunting of Hill House and Beetlejuice. So I think that's about the halfway mark right now for houses.
Yeah.
So kind of excited about that.
Yeah, because they usually do what, like 6 or 8 houses or something like that, plus the outside interactions.
Yeah, it's
something like that,
I was trying to pull up.
Yeah, I was gonna say scroll down, Josh.
Yeah.
There we go.
So these aren't all houses, but basically these are. I don't think so, right? Oh no, are
those? Were all, you keep scrolling down, it's got scare zones.
Sorry. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we've got 10 houses and then 5 scare zones this year. So none of which have been announced. Except
they just announced Chainsaw Massacre and Bride of Frankenstein within like 40 minutes of each other. So
yeah, I
think they're starting to spit out some information. If anybody follows the Universal Halloween Horror Nights Twitter page,
it's hilarious.
They play mind games with you consistently, and it's hilarious for the people that are really willing to engage with them. So if anybody needs some comic relief regarding this, check out their Twitter page. And then the main thing, Josh, is when you get tickets, is you got to, if you want to be able to do everything, and I'm obviously a very big rookie to Halloween Horror Nights for obvious reasons because I cry, you got to get the Express Pass, right?
Yes. I would really recommend getting the Express Pass. This is going to be something that is going to make your night completely different. So I don't buy that normally just because I get a frequent fear pass that includes an Express Pass. But if you're coming in on a single ticket, definitely get the Express Pass. It's going to make it so that you can visit every single house, not have to wait in any lines, and just get to have a better experience overall.
Yeah, that's what
good to know.
Yeah,
this is our first time going, so yeah, we'll try to do that.
It's something that I did for my wonderful trip. Oh, Josh, did you just quit?
Probably.
But that's what I did. I got the Express Pass. So especially when we're in my heart, I think this is going to be a one and done for me. Halloween Horror Nights is probably going to be a one and done. So
no way.
Yes way.
I want to try to go at least a couple times.
This is a one. I'll be honest, it's probably a one and done for me. So I did get the express pass so I can get the full experience in one night.
There you go. I think it'd be fun to do the VIP tour.
Ooh.
That would be really cool too.
Backstage, yeah.
I agree.
I think that's now I'm just mentally nothing. I got nothing right now.
You got nothing.
I'm not freaked out, but like I'm thinking like Leatherface with his like chainsaw right now, and it's
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's that's not going over too well in my head.
Marianne makes a good point. If you don't get the express pass, more than likely you're not going to get to see all the houses during that night. And I will say this: buy your tickets now and buy your express pass now. This is going to be the cheapest, kind of way for you to get your express pass. If you try to buy it the night of, oh boy, it's a lot of money. So buying it in advance, it's a little bit cheaper. It's going to save you some money.
And I think, Josh, depending on what day you go, I think weekends the express pass is a little bit more expensive than like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So if you're a local or when you're coming down and if you're looking to do Halloween Horror Nights, try to fit that into your planning of if you can go to HHN during the week.
Yeah.
Obviously the crowds might not be as crazy. And the pricing on the express pass is probably just a little bit lower than it was on I forget exactly what it was for
on a Sunday night.
That Sunday was
it
was a lot, but it wasn't, oh my gosh, because I knew exactly what came with that process.
And I do need to double check this, but I'm almost certain when you get an express pass, yes, Tracy, you will be able to see all the houses in one night. But that express pass should also work on all the attractions that are open. So keep that in mind. So if you want to still do attractions, you'll be able to do those as well.
Perfect.
That'd be cool.
That just made my day.
Yeah. So cool. We have anything else?
Nothing coming out of Universal. That's it coming out of there. I mean, obviously I think Universal Hollywood made that announcement today that they're going back to masks indoors, unfortunately. But I didn't. We're not going to talk about that. That's blah. We talk about positive stuff here at the Go Get Going podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
But honestly, I don't have much. I didn't put anything down from Disneyland. Cruising for some reason, I didn't put anything down. Okay. It was one of those weeks, guys. I'm going to be honest. The trip and the flights kind of just threw me for a loop.
All right. Well, I mean, that's good. Let's break into this week's topic. And we've got Zach on, who kind of, I guess really kind of threw this topic out there for us to discuss. And, I think the title of this is something like doing Disney without a park ticket. This is also could apply with if you don't have a park pass or you can't get a park pass, some things that you can do to fill your time and still have an awesome time. So, you want to lead us off, Zach?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
So like right now you can't get annual passes, and also too like just park reservations just are getting booked up like crazy, especially for the first. Right. So there's usually a lot of ton of stuff you can do outside of the parks. Just of, for instance, last night my wife and I we went to the Wave for the last time. It was an awesome experience. But right before we went to California Grill and met a couple who stayed like a little over a week long vacation and did not go into any parks whatsoever. And so it's definitely doable. And they had a huge blast. They went fishing. I think they golfed, ran some of the boats and some other stuff. I can't remember what off the top of my head, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff you can do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we always try to tell people that you don't necessarily always need to have a whole week in the parks. If you don't want to, it can be really strenuous. It can be really stressful. And so we usually like to say, one thing that you can do is, either take a day at the beginning or a day at the end. Probably not the end. I think a lot of people want to have that kind of like last day in the parks, but maybe take a day in the middle or at the beginning to kind of unwind and just relax a little bit and do some stuff that's not in the parks, right? And we'll go over a lot of that stuff tonight. But resort hopping, eating at new restaurants, just participating in different activities that are going on at your resort where you're staying at. So there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. When my wife and I went on vacations, we would take that day, like usually right in the middle of the vacation, just kind of take a breather. And then last time we did food and wine the day after that. So we almost had like 2 days just to kind of relax and just take it easy and kind of really enjoyed something.
The dog.
Take it away, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach, I do the same thing. With like the middle of the week, I try to I use that as my reset day a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like if that means going to Disney Springs, but I usually use that as like my pool day. Like I use that as like get up in the morning, depending on what resort I'm at, get some breakfast, and then just kind of chill at the pool. And it kind of we all know Disney. It's a lot of walking. I realized I forgot, and I realized that over the last couple of days is kind of let your feet relax a little bit, get a good swim in, and then the options for and we can use this as a little bit right now is like we're adults. Yeah. You mean if you're on an adult trip of it, go get a nice dinner somewhere that night outside of the parks. You know what I mean? There's so many options from stuff at Grand Floridian. You know what I mean? It's California Grill, a lot of great things down at Disney Springs. But having that middle of the week reset, I think is ideal.
I just got
definitely for sure.
I got to pop this up here real quick. From Circus Bear 16, he says, I have to say a pool day can be fantastic if done right. And I know this because I know who Circus Bear is. Yeah, I mean, a pool day is something that I think everybody should have. What he means by having a pool day done right is if you don't know, whenever you stay at Beach Club, you can actually, they have 4 cabanas over there that you can rent. Right. Normally they're done by half days and not full days. Right now, I think they're doing them as full days, but it's a great way for you to like get a little bit of extra pampering while you're at the pool because you've got somebody who will come by and bring you drinks and get you food. Some of those things you have to pay extra for, right? You have to, if you want a burger or something like that, but there are some things that are included with that. So, and it's a great way to if it's raining at the pool, you've got a nice little shelter that you can kind of hide out in while it's raining. So.
Yeah, I think those. I 100% agree with you, Josh. And Zach, what else is on your to-do list when you can't get into the parks?
It's like one of the things we like to just go to different resorts. Because every resort offers like some sort of different theming, sort of a different restaurant or like special food item, and so we usually like to just take the monorail and kind of go around the deluxe resorts of. Just have different drinks, so from like Tambu Lounge or California Grill, stuff like that, and just kind of take it easy and soak it all in.
You can say bar crawl. It's okay. We won't judge you.
Do that too, yeah. we did that. A few friends came with us for the move, and we did the bar crawl last week.
Oh, nice.
And so they never been to Disney World before. They always thought it was more like Disneyland. Okay. And so not really like adult-oriented type restaurants. And so kind of took them and showed them the ropes. And it was cool.
All right, Zach, I'm going to kind of go a little bit off topic on this one. So you said you did a little pub bar crawl. What was your go-to drinks? I want to know what's in Zach's cup.
Yeah. So one of my favorite drinks is actually the Knob Creek has a special bourbon here in
Oh yeah.
Disney
Where is
World, and so
where is that? And I want that. Why didn't I know about this?
you could actually get it at pretty much almost any restaurant bar. Like they have it. They used to have it at the Wave. You can get it at California Grill. I saw last night. You can definitely get it at the Poly and the
And
Lounge.
and let me add this too. You can actually buy it in the bottle.
Really? Where?
It's a Disney Parks, specialty, so their own
Yeah.
barrels. You can get it over at Coronado Springs. Yep. So
Guess I'm making a trip over there in August.
yeah, because I had to buy 2 bottles for some friends, obviously, because I don't drink bourbon. So, but yeah, so
How about you don't?
My wife is watching this. I'm gonna have to apologize.
yeah.
But
And
other than that,
yeah.
to go to
No, go ahead.
that'd be awesome. I was saying just other than that, like a Tambu Lounge of Lapu Lapus and tiki drinks. So
Yeah.
Hopefully Trader Sam's will open up here soon.
Oh man, I hope so. But I mean, even speaking of though, right? I mean, we were talking about resort hopping. One of my favorite times to do that is during the holidays. So right into usually about probably after November, right at the end of November, maybe right after Thanksgiving, they really start to go all in into putting up the decorations for the resorts. And this is a great time to take a day out of the parks, and you can do the resort line around Magic Kingdom. You can head on over to Epcot and do the Epcot resorts over there, Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, and just see all of those really cool displays that they put on for the holiday season. And that could easily eat up at least a half a day, if not longer, depending on how much time you really take to just hang out and relax. And while you're there, do a crawl. Maybe you can get some specialty drinks.
Yeah, Josh, when I was down Gold Con 1, we'll call it, in 2019 now, that's what Marianne and Melinda and I did. We resort hopped, and it was right around Veterans Day. So actually everything was set up early in November that year. So it was really cool. We were able to hit, where did we go? Poly, Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge, Coronado, Beach and Yacht Club. We were able to get the gingerbread, take some great pictures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I'll agree with Josh. The holidays and resort hopping is just top notch. It's you can't beat it, especially with the ambiance and some of those like the big gingerbread house, right? And and wait in line for a gingerbread shingle.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as funny as that sounds, like that's a thing, and like people will wait hours just for a $4 piece of gingerbread just so they can say they got it from the Grand Floridian.
And you can even do that over at the Contemporary whenever they've got their gingerbread display up. They've got a few different things over there too that you can get as far as gingerbread goodies go. So
yeah, I know that was something that didn't even cross my mind when I was there in November. So I'm thankful for Marianne to pretty much throw Melinda and I in her car and say this is what we're doing, and being able to have that experience. It was really eye-opening of what each resort does for the holidays. So anybody looking at right around the holidays, the Christmas time holidays, right into November to into December, that's take advantage of that. What else you got, Zach?
So other than that, one thing we definitely like to do is they have pretty good mini golf. Do that. There's also if you're just like golf in general, they have great options for that. They used to have, I know they discontinued it for right now, but they have like a sunrise and sunset golf, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, Josh, you've done that in the past.
Really.
That's the one that comes with the drink and the breakfast sandwich, and then you play your 9, and then you get a drink afterwards. I obviously, Josh and I have been talking golf a lot over the last 24 hours because Josh is gonna play around and I'm gonna participate in August.
There you go.
Hey, it's all about how I dress.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Be fashionable.
You're in for a treat, Josh.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I mean, yeah, what I think is really great too is that you don't have to be a golfer, right? Because we've got mini golf. We've got four different courses, I think, right? We've got Winter Summerland over by Blizzard Beach, and then you've got the Fantasia, and then their other miniature golf course, which is more of like a actual golf course. And it's pretty challenging. It's very difficult, but it's still a lot of fun. And it's a great way to pair that kind of day off, right? We've done days where we'll do mini golf, maybe somewhere around like the afternoon, and then we'll head on over to Disney Springs to have dinner or something like that, or vice versa. You do it in the morning, head over to Disney Springs for lunch. Chicken guy. Yummy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're still doing this, but every so often you can get some like little vouchers with packages. They'll attach those with your package, and if you are an annual pass holder, a DVC member, or like their Visa card holder, sometimes they'll also be running discounts for that as well. Right. So, but yeah, it's a great time. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it yet, you should definitely try it.
I'm excited, Josh.
That'd be great.
Like we talked about, is like we're going to try to play in August. I've noticed like they got those little like golf caddy things. So if we go do one of the walking courses, like it just drives behind me. Have you seen those?
Yes, yeah, they're new. They're new.
Yeah.
Like $15 to rent. I'm
cheap. I'll probably just carry mine.
I'm not walking.
Well, I've seen a few other golf courses. What Disney do? They have those surfboards you can actually get.
I haven't seen that.
There's a few courses in Colorado. They just introduced those, and they're fun.
Oh, dang. That's pretty cool.
I somehow see people. We all know what
probably be a bad idea.
What comes with golf is enjoying a cocktail, but I see that as a recipe for disaster. Maybe it's from something that I feel I would drive into a tree.
It could happen. It could happen, no doubt.
What else do we got here? I mean, like, I know we talked a little bit about drinking. A pub bar crawl. Like, if drinking's not your thing, eat.
Yeah.
Like a little snack at each resort, getting a little appetizer is not the worst thing. Not necessarily just on the monorail loop. Is maybe jump on the Skyliner, maybe do the beach club, yacht club, jump on, maybe down the boardwalk a little bit, jump on the Skyliner, head towards Riviera, then head towards Caribbean Beach, and then just circle around through Pop and Art of Animation. You could do kind of like a little food tour, or especially going to Disney Springs, where the options are just crazy with the food there.
They usually do special things. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Disney Springs right now, aren't they doing like Taste of Florida? In different few of the restaurants.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
we're going to try to do it this weekend. Yeah.
If you go to Disney Springs, sometimes they've got seasonal stuff going on, so you can try some different stuff. There was a while there they were doing. This was a couple of years ago now. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were doing bourbon trails, whiskey trails, and then I'm not trying to go back to alcohol, but but then you've also got food, and you can pair all of that stuff with some different options as well. So, and Matt talking about kind of jumping on the Skyliner or going to some of the different restaurants around resorts, even if you don't have a dining reservation, you might not be able to park at that resort, but if you can at least get somewhere and park up with the monorail or with the Skyliner, most of those all have lounges. Right. And you can still order, not all the time will you be able to order right off of the full menu, but you'll still be able to get some really good stuff to try. So it's a really great way to eat if you're not somebody who likes to drink or, whatever. So,
Oh yeah.
Everybody likes to eat. That's
Yeah.
I think
for
that's
sure. For sure.
Plus the food here is awesome.
right.
Was it homecoming they're doing a gator bites?
Ooh,
Oh,
It
yes.
was one of their specialties for the Florida. Yeah.
everybody, I love gator bites. Haven't had those in a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Going through our list here, Zach, like activities at your resort. Like this is some things like where you can kind of interact with your children a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them do a lot of pool activities, a lot of pool games, a lot of pool trivia. I stayed at Pop Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They were doing with kids tie-dye T-shirts,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. And then at night, all of them are showing movies by the pool.
The movies Under the Star. Yeah.
Like obviously that's really probably for the kids, but like don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid to get a lounge chair and watch the one time.
Yeah, we do that on our honeymoon. We would go and watch the movies Underneath the Stars in was it French Quarter. We would
nice.
do that.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, you could. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say that when we would stay at Saratoga Springs, I'd go get chocolate chip cookies and then
There you
sit
go.
out and watch the movies. So that's pretty cool.
In the Animal Kingdom Lodge, you could do s'mores.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know Contemporary Resort right now. I just saw a sign that you could paint your castle. So you would buy like a kind of clay Cinderella's castle, and you could just paint it wherever you want. And I think Grand Floridian did that too.
Josh, if you look into the chat, Eric just posted about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, contemporary where kids can paint a castle that they turn into a nightlight. Oh, that's cool.
I know. I'm trying to think. Justin, one of our agents, was down with us Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I know you met up with him yesterday. He did s'mores, and he was over at Wilderness Lodge. I want to say
Wilderness Lodge. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. He posted some pictures of some s'mores by the fire, which sounds absolutely amazing.
And the other thing too, everybody, just because it's Michelle just said what I was going to say. You don't necessarily have to have kids to do any of these things.
We lost him. But I think as he was trying to say is you do not need to have kids to do these activities. So like,
not at all.
Josh, you want to go back to it? Oh no, we can't hear you. You're talking, but we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We got you, unfortunately.
Can you hear me?
We got you. 1, 2. Mic check.
Okay. No?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I'm getting kicked off the stream for some reason. I'm trying to show the comments and it's not letting me.
Man, he's just struggling tonight. So,
So
as Michelle said, but does it have to be only kids? No, it doesn't. There's a lot of activities that adults can participate in as well.
I would do the tie-dye shirt.
Obviously, they're kid-based, and I'm not throwing elbows to do a tie-dye shirt until I cut the line for kids. But don't worry, Josh. We kind of took control of it.
I'm not even if my video cuts out, I'm just not even touching it. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, don't touch anything. But like we were just saying, Josh, it's not necessarily only for kids. You know what I mean? Adults can participate in all that stuff.
Tie-dyeing?
But don't be that adult that pushes the kids out of the way so you can get your s'mores first.
I've never done that before.
I'm not going to say, but I think Michelle could probably be one of those people throwing elbows so she can get her. So she
might
get her castle.
She might.
What it's the activities at the resorts are just amazing, especially where you can just walk around different resorts. Like I say at Art Animation a lot just because like I'm a big fan of the suite setup, but being able to walk that property a little bit and being able to see the going from the Little Mermaid to Nemo to Lion King to Cars, just kind of embracing each area. And those resorts having multiple pools comes in handy when you don't want to go to the big blue pool where hundreds and hundreds of kids.
Yeah.
Like we were at Pop Sunday through Wednesday, and we got back on Monday night, Josh, after we had dinner. I can't even explain to you how many kids were in the pool, the main pool. Like we were like, oh, maybe we'll go swimming. I don't know how I was still functioning at that point.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even think anybody else could fit in the pool. This is the main pool at Pop. It's like, where did all these people come from? I know there was supposedly there was some baseball teams in town playing it out as well as sports. So a lot of them coming from the baseball world and traveling down to other sports. A lot of them stay at the value resorts, and obviously only some of them are open at this time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, they do fill up. I mean, the value resorts do fill up, but yeah, the pools. I mean, you know, there's always going to be a lot of people there, but it is nice that some of them do have some extra pools, so you don't have to be necessarily at the main pool,
right?
And not as crowded. So,
right.
Yeah, off the beaten path of if you walk a little ways, some like the further out pools are usually the pools that people rarely go to. We found,
and you know what too?
Well,
Caribbean Beach, I feel like is a resort that has really random small pools hidden throughout the resort. That of all the times that we've been over there just walking around, or when we stayed over there during marathon weekend, those pools we never see anybody in them except for adults.
Yeah.
Right.
All the families tend to go to that main
pool.
pool.
Riverside's exactly like that too. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember staying at Coronado. I'm going to say it was probably about 6 years ago now, before they built the tower. They have a lot of what they consider quiet pools where they are adult only. And they're all, obviously Coronado Springs is just before the tower is just so spread out.
Right.
They're multiple pools where you can just kind of get in, kind of rejuvenate yourself and not have to worry about getting over to the main pool, which if you've ever been to Coronado, is pretty much on the other side of the earth.
Yeah.
Just so you can go down a water slide.
Yep. I would like to bring the comment up on the screen, but I'm afraid to touch anything. So
which one are we talking?
Cassandra asked, or she says, we'll be staying at Caribbean Beach. Can we still do activities at the Contemporary if we're not staying there? So yes, you can. But normally everything they're doing at the Contemporary, they're probably still going to be doing over at Caribbean Beach, except for if you're if you want to do, the paint the castle type of thing. You should still be able to do that. They almost never, I think, ever check to see if you're even actually staying on property. Like Taylor and I could go over and do s'mores or watch a movie under the stars or participate in all of those things, even though we're not staying on property. It's just some of those activities you do have to pay extra for. So s'mores, the marshmallows are usually complimentary, but the graham crackers and the chocolate is something that you have to pay extra for. So keep that in mind. But really doesn't matter where you're staying at, or if you're not staying on property at all, you can still participate in most of those activities. So,
right. And some things we haven't even really touched upon, Josh. And I just lost my train of thought. Is going up in the hot air balloon at Disney Springs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's going in those I don't know,
amphibia cars.
Yeah, the cars. Those are fun activities to kind of
the Coca-Cola store. If you go all the way to the top, you can have a little activity kind of game with your family and do I think they set it up where it's all hidden and you can kind of taste test all of the drinks, all of the Coca-Cola from around the world, basically. And that's kind of fun to do. So we've done that before.
Yeah. Can't you get the Beverly there too?
I think you can. I believe
at
so.
one point, yeah.
Does anybody really want to get the Beverly?
Zach does. That's why he's asking.
Zach's thinking in his head of which one of my friends can I sucker into having this drink? That's what's going through his head. He's trying to make a mental list.
Oh, it's so good.
We have some friends coming over in January, and so that's one thing we're going to do.
I mean, so those are some things at Disney Springs that people kind of forget about a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Well, also too for Disney Springs, like in the during Christmas time, like they have the Christmas trees, and you can walk
The
around,
trail,
and then you can, you can find those. That's pretty fun to do.
You mean I did that on my trip in 2019, and a couple things. Like, it's a great thing to do for one,
Mhm.
and it's a great photo opportunity of things. You mean the trees
Yeah.
are so decorative of each movie or resort that it's just, you know what I mean, it's a great thing to take photos of, and it's probably
hmm
about 14 to 15 different ones. I know last year they were kind of spread out more due to COVID regulations, but in the past they've kind of had them like kind of a legit trail. With Santa at the end, or was he in the middle?
Santa is, I believe, more towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they do a virtual queue for that too, so you don't have to necessarily wait in line. You can kind of join the queue and then walk around and come back when it's time for you to visit Santa.
Right. I know you don't want to touch things, Josh, just because you don't want to log yourself up. But Mary Ann put in one of the chats, during the Christmas season, you can rent a golf cart at Disney's Fort Wilderness and drive around and see all the campers decorated for the holiday season.
And that's also true for Halloween.
For Halloween, yeah.
Right.
So,
but in the scheme of things, a lot of people aren't like. I think you're going to get a little bit more decorative for the Christmas season than Halloween, in my opinion. But you can trick or treat.
It depends. It depends, because we went there one year. Disney may have shut them down after we had. I'm not saying that we published our video and Disney's like, oh, we can't let that happen. But the one year that we went, which might have been 2019, there was a group of campers who had put on basically a haunted trail almost, and they just had kids all lined up on either side of the path, and some other types of displays set up, and they were just having one heck of a time trying to like scare people and do different things. And so Christmas is great. I mean, they put on some really great stuff too, but
right. And then like something that I remember from like my first trip long time ago, Josh, back before you were born, is those the little sprinter boats, the sea racers. You rent those at the Contemporary.
I don't know if they have those still.
Oh, it just came up on my.
I haven't seen them.
I'm sure they don't have. They might not have them right now,
boats.
But I know it's listed.
Is it okay? I thought they were discontinuing some of those things before COVID even happened.
You're just ruining my childhood.
I know. But speaking of that, I don't know. Did we talk about fishing yet? Because that's also something that you can do.
Right.
It's an extra fee, but they do have some fishing excursions that you can do around from Contemporary or the Grand Floridian, maybe even from the Poly. And then you also have some excursions that you can do at the Epcot resorts. So same thing. They'll take you out.
Riverside and French Quarter does it too. Yeah.
Oh, do they? Okay, nice.
They have like little ponds, and then you just go up to the shack. You rent a pole, and they give you some bait, and usually stock it up with a few other fish. I can't remember which kind. There's like 6 or 7 different types. They stock it up with.
Nice.
Yeah, and Eric actually just put in the chat is something that I was going to talk about is the pony rides at Fort Wilderness and the horseback riding. I mean, kids like ponies. I'm not getting on a horse, but I mean, more power to the kids. But I mean, I know that's a big thing. One thing that I've kind of looked into a little bit, not that I'm actually ever going to do it, is renting the yacht that they have at Grand Floridian. You can rent that bad boy out for parties. You mean
Cold Con?
Unfortunately, it would have to be a pick and choose, and I don't want to be that person.
We'll have a raffle. Maybe we'll do a raffle.
Well, people have a dance off.
Fireworks cruise. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, the fireworks cruise would be really cool if that would come back.
I know they're doing you can do a private fireworks cruise right now. On one of the pontoons or might even be one of the yachts. But once they bring back the dessert / fireworks parties, like I'm 100% down for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
One thing Josh, I'm gonna kind of go down your route here a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you're athletic, I'm far from it.
Okay.
Run the resorts. If you're if you
Okay,
want,
yeah.
if you're that person that's wants to get in your activity outside of the parks of getting your weekly run in or daily run, however you want to do it. There's so many trails and
Yeah,
options.
there.
Yeah, I think the best one too, just speaking from experience, my favorite one has got to be from Old Key West out to Saratoga Springs, because you get a nice little view of the golf course. You get a nice view of Disney Springs, and depending on the time of day that you do it, whether that's in the evening or in the morning, it's something different to kind of see, and it's pretty relaxing. It's nice. It's a very, very good way to see a lot more of the resort.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Yeah, I'm not.
We'll get you. What were we talking about?
The scooter with the one leg up,
Oh my!
which when I had my Achilles,
No, I want that one.
I don't have that.
No, I want that one. You need either the Paul Blart. What's the with the two wheels?
Segways.
The Segways.
Yeah,
or just like a regular like
the
scooter.
hoverboard.
Josh,
Yeah.
How well do you think I would do on a Segway? Let's be honest.
Come on, you practice.
Very easy. Yeah,
right.
Pretty.
Or we could just go down the route that we
second.
talked about, is the double stroller, and Josh can just push,
Well,
which almost happened.
it did. Yeah. I guess it did.
It got brought up a couple times over the week.
Yeah.
One thing that I have on our list is spa treatments.
Oh yeah.
I know that they're probably still not doing them right now because
they're not. They're all closed. Still. Yeah. As of
so
now.
if we revert back to when the world was normal.
I mean, let me add this. I mean, let's say if you're coming down to Disney within the next 6 months, right? So we're talking up to December. They're still not open yet. There are some other options that are close by for you to take advantage of that are really, a short Lyft ride, Uber ride away. And that is at the JW Marriott and
probably
the Waldorf Astoria. Yeah. They're very close by. Pricing is going to run you pretty much the same as what you would pay on Disney property at any of those spas. And it's a great way, again, for you to just kind of kick back and relax. Get like a facial or back massage or whatever people do these days. I had a reflexology done on my legs, and that was okay. It was, it's not for me though.
Yeah, that's not your thing. You're not a treatment guy.
No.
Yeah, but that's something I had on my list. And then something that actually popped into my head right before we went on the air is the electrical water pageant. I always, I remember that from back in the day. And every time I'm down there, it's just like, man, I missed it. Man, I missed it. Man, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's over the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Yep.
Oh, there goes Josh again.
Yep.
But
I'm not even going to touch it.
And it's a water pageant from pretty much the little hiding areas over by the Grand Floridian. It goes all the way past the Contemporary, and I mean,
they do the rounds all throughout the resorts.
Right.
I
remember that all the way from the back in the day.
Mm-hmm. It's been there for a while, as long as I can remember. My wife will go. My wife and I will go to the Poly and just grab a Dole Whip and then just go around the beach and just kind of wait. Sit on the chairs and
that's a great thing to do. Is get a. Did you say a spiked Dole Whip? Right? Yeah, it's a spiked Dole Whip.
I can't do that too.
You get yourself a spiked Dole Whip. Enjoy.
There you go.
Electrical water pageant. And I want to say that's. I mean, my first trip was in '85, and I remember it. So it's been there. Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. One of the things also too is like, no, go ahead.
No, go.
So one of the things that my wife and I love to do is if you're staying at the Riverside or French Quarter, and when they do open up, the boat ride to Disney Springs. We would always call it like the ghetto people mover, because you just kind of go and kind of slowly go down the river, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Kind of relaxing.
there's just so many options to things to do. Like, because everybody thinks when they come to Disney, it's parks, 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 and that's fine. But this, to open your horizons a little bit. And we lost Josh. Yeah. He's the only one that can log us off. So it's it's okay. There's so many options of things to do. On we can kind of your park arrival day, or your arrival into Disney, your day you're leaving, your day in between rest day, as some of us call it, or if you're just kind of one of those people who just like forget it and just kind of just
take it easy, relax,
and just chill, and just there's so many. So I'll use myself for example. So I'm coming down in August, and I'm staying off property. We rented a cottage at Margaritaville, which I'm stoked about.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That place is beautiful.
Like all my friends want to go into the parks, and I have no interest in it. I want to go to like Disney Springs and kind of check out some resorts that I haven't seen forever. So that's a big thing about that trip for me. That's not a real Disney related trip. And we still don't have Josh. Josh is the only one who can turn us off.
But it's still kind of a little bit like that of just going to the resorts, and they usually have a lot of the Disney themed, a lot of the kind of the core elements of what Disney parks makes Disney parks. And so
infamous black box, do you have anything to say?
I don't have anything else to add. I'm assuming we're kind of wrapping up here.
We just pretty much the same in the great options to use on your arrival day, your departure day, your kind of in between reset day, or if you're one of those people that just want to take a trip down to Disney but don't feel like going to the parks. I mean, the parks sometimes can be a little overwhelming for people, but still want that Disney experience.
Absolutely.
Even with that, just like if you kind of almost overdo it, because my wife and I, we've definitely done that. We would kind of go like from rope drop to close, but then by like the afternoon, we're just too pooped. And so just kind of take it out and just go to the resorts or go to kind of relax.
Right. So I think that's all we got for tonight, Josh.
All right.
If you're even still you here,
I'm still here. You can hear me, right? I mean,
we got you. But we are back next week. We do not actually have a subject yet, which is me dropping the ball like usual. But we do have Kim coming on, and I'll probably have a topic probably by Monday, and we'll share that out on all our social media platforms. Make sure to subscribe to the Gold Gal Getaways YouTube page, Instagram page, our TikTok page. And Josh, I felt kind of good on Monday. We didn't have to do the Renegade dance at the Magic Kingdom, which probably would have been great because I was half asleep.
Are you saying you want to do it in August when you come back? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, if we can get up to those numbers, I know we're right on the edge of it. If we can get up to those numbers, maybe we'll make something happen. Maybe we'll go live if we can. But like all our social media accounts, we'll see you guys next week, same time. And now we're off to plan your next vacation.
Goodbye, everybody.